Austin, Texas is a microcosm for the progressive policies targeting homelessness.
You make me a criminal because I follow everything they said to do, or by their guidelines, everything they said.
Well, are you a criminal, though? I mean, we've had a camping ban in Austin for 30 years. So how do you feel about the mayor and the fact that he was given millions and millions of dollars and basically dragged his feet for a couple of years?
That's a good question. They were very aware of it. They just couldn't do anything about it. And that's kind of an insult, to be honest.
Goaded on by the propaganda of the Austin American Statesman, Austin's city council has predictably ignored the will of angered taxpayers that voted overwhelmingly on a proposition that would remove the Skid Row Californication of a once thriving downtown, a popular destination that has been transformed from the live music capital of the world to a homeless industrial complex replete with a Groundhog Day rash of machete fights,
calling about a male cut to the neck with a machete,
tent fires.
A prominent camp in downtown Austin was engulfed in flames this morning. The camp was on Cesar Chavez across from the Central Library.
And rampant drug use.
Crews had to shut down a busy Austin road for hours today because of a fire underneath the street.
Homeless people had made a camp down there, complete with rooms, tons of trash, and hundreds of needles.
Battalion Chief Matt Cox says this camp has been around for about 10 years, with anywhere from 20 to 100 people living here.
A byproduct of the crisis caused by the massive closure of state psychiatric facilities that exponentially increased in 2005.
People moving into cities and big extended families starting to fall apart. There were no places for people to go and no support systems, no community supports. So the hospital started getting more and more crowded.
As 3.4% of Americans, more than 8 million people, suffer from serious psychological problems. But rather than listen to their constituents' desperate concerns to deal with the problem compassionately and rationally.
With the federal funding coming for the COVID relief, I think we actually can put in place the resources necessary to actually get people out of the tents and into a better, safer place. And this election, both sides, I think, indicate that's what people want.
The Austin City Council is secretly buying up hotels with millions of taxpayer and federal dollars to house chronic homelessness in residential areas that will attract thousands of homeless from out of state, ruining businesses, raising property taxes, and threatening lives.
Neighbors continue to protest plans to convert a Northwest Austin hotel into a homeless shelter. Back in February, the city voted to buy the Candlewood Suites for $9.5 million. That property sits near US 183 in the city of Austin, but it's also in Williamson County. Williamson County commissioners say they were kept in the dark about the plans and have filed a lawsuit to stop it.
These hotels critically come with the level of mental health care, case management, and job services that we need so that we can actually pull people out of homelessness. Pull people out from under a bridge into one of these hotels and then actually connect them to stabilizing their lives.
Frida just had an experience where she demanded cigarettes, and when she couldn't give her cigarettes, she couldn't offer cigarettes, she was basically saying she's going to burn down Frida's. Now these are our experiences. What do you want us to do at that point? How do we deal with it?
So the woman came into the restaurant. He sat in the lobby area. He asked for money. He asked my hostess for money, cigarette, and Gatorade. So the hostess went to get the manager. The manager didn't give her. Manager only gave her ice water. So she left. She got very mad. Was telling us going to burn down their Fridas.
What I hear from the community is, they're worried about sending their kids to school. They are worried that they'll be encountering more needles and mental illness. There are incidents already happening in the community, from stabbing to guns to all of it. How the city plans to keep the community safe.
Two important questions lurk behind the facade of the Austin City Council's feigned incompetence. The first is, where is all of the money really going? Until we have a full and transparent audit, there is no way to tell. And the second question involves Mayor Steve Adler's membership in the 30,000-strong organization known as the United States Conference of Mayors, which has recently adopted liberal globalist policies on everything from immigration to COVID to homelessness, while demanding billions in federal aid, policies extending the United Nations Great Reset right into your backyard. John Bowne reporting.